It's not every day you see a train just driving around on the roadway. By the way, as you can see, drivers are outraged by the delay that it provoked. The train needs to see the barrier hundreds of meters away in order to stop in front of it. The cyclist is lucky this time, but who knows what's going to happen next time? Snowfall is not only a great joy, but also a big problem. That is why there are special railway snowplows that can cope with even the largest snowdrifts. I wonder at what point the driver of the truck realized that he was on the verge of death. Probably the barrier dispatcher went about his business and forgot about his main task at work.
We're gonna have a collision! It's gonna hit! We're going in. We're going into a...
Trips in Bangladesh are a kind of business card of the country. People hang on windows and roofs, bridges, on running boards, and between carriages to get from home to work and back every day. Unfortunately, there is clearly not enough rolling stock on the passenger line to meet the demand from passengers in Bangladesh who have to travel by train. Therefore, passengers have to adapt to extreme travel conditions. What was the driver of the truck guided by, leaving the car near the railway tracks? The rainy season in Asian countries affects all aspects of life. Even using the subway and trains, you need to be prepared for the fact that you will not get away with it. Full-fledged maintenance of cars cannot be carried out in case of their constant operation, therefore cars that seem to be about to decay are often used. Is it possible to talk about environmental protection while such locomotives are still running? The rails and wheels of the trains are designed in such a way as to ensure maximum traction even in adverse conditions. In addition, modern trains are equipped with efficient braking systems that help maintain traffic control even in the case of flooding. The main reason to visit the Maeklong market in Thailand is the amazing sight when the train passes right through it. Sellers put away all their belongings just 1 or 2 minutes before the train passes and then put everything back. It seems that the seller is holding the grapes so that no one and the passengers of the train would try to grab it. Railway transport operates with high accuracy and reliability, ensuring strict adherence to schedules and uninterrupted train traffic. The flame from the chimney of the locomotive arises from the combustion of fuel in the boiler when hot gases and sparks are emitted through the chimney. This can be especially noticeable in case of intense fuel combustion or boiler malfunctions. On the eve of Halloween 2013, black smoke rose over the city of Dunkirk, New York. To the surprise of the locals, it was due to an engine fire, not a holiday.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
Despite the fact that the train cars descended directly onto the roadway, no one was injured. Due to a mechanical malfunction, the locomotive caught fire during its movement. The driver of this train has been working on this route for a long time, so the elephant on the rails did not shock him. He even managed to slow down to allow the animal to leave. The snowplow train may not look like the Polar Express, but it copes with its functions like a boss. In addition to the barrier, you actually need to focus on traffic lights and sound signals warning of the approach of a train. It is unlikely that after waiting for the train in the cold, they really wanted to refresh themselves with snow, but few people bothered to move anyway. The cause of this fire could be a short circuit in the electrical wiring. Miraculously, it was quickly localized thanks to the immediate reaction of firefighters who coped with the fire with the help of a helicopter. You need to cross railway tracks even more carefully than roads. This guy apparently ruled out the possibility that trains could cross here. As you can see, these motorists didn't choose the best parking spot. The unknown powers have definitely interfered with what is happening at this intersection. They are really lucky to pass here. You need to be afraid of runaway cars since you never know what's on their minds and where they're going. In cold weather, the steam released by the locomotive condenses quickly and becomes visible. It can form thick white clouds rising from the chimney of the locomotive and stretching along the track. Sparks and electrical discharges may appear in contact between the train's current collector and the icy wire. This is due to intermittent contact, which causes high voltage and discharge. The locomotive clearly followed the set route until it reached the place where someone forgot to redirect the rails. As soon as the driver went too fast, the cars lost their balance and the domino effect worked. Testing the new braking system first requires the train to set a fairly impressive speed of 200 kilometers per hour. Nothing foreshadowed trouble at this railway crossing until suddenly the train began to reverse.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
The absolute majority of accidents on railways occur due to the improper condition of rolling stock and the operation of railway tracks. However, it is also not necessary to remove responsibility for accidents from drivers of vehicles. It is not known how this case would have ended if it had not been for the fence, which managed to slow down part of the car. The work of the dispatcher on the railway is very important, as he is responsible for the safe and efficient management of train traffic. Dispatchers coordinate train routes, monitor schedules, and promptly respond to any unforeseen situations, ensuring optimal use of railway structure, minimizing delays, and preventing possible collisions. In 2015, a Japanese maglev train set a world speed record. The train accelerated to 603 kilometers per hour during the test. Cars with expired service life sometimes find a new purpose in life. In this way, for example in Atlanta, the foundations of reefs are being created, which will soon become a home for the inhabitants of the underwater world. Surely this route is included in the list of the most beautiful railway routes in the world. It's a pleasure to travel here.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.